Hey guys, it's Nasty P here. Found some time today, so I figured I'd do the first of my diary room confessionals for the season. Starting off with the questions. First one: what do you think of your fellow house guests? I think they're a very interesting and diverse group. This should make for a very entertaining season, whether for the audience at home or for us actually playing the game. They all have their different personalities, different. What the hell? Sorry about that. Let me just put this on vibrate so I don't interrupt us again. All right. Everyone has their own different personalities, their own set of quirks. I'm sure their own preferences for who to work with. So it should make for an interesting season. The one thing that worries me with everybody else is that they all have more experience than me with these types of games. I'm pretty sure that all of them have played in at least one group of Big Brother before. So that puts me at a severe disadvantage because they all know what to do and how they're going to play the game. Because they probably, and if they played more than once, they probably worked out a strategy where they can follow it closely until a certain twist happens. And then when the twist happens, they can successfully change up their strategy to avoid getting evicted next. Moving on to the second question, who do I see myself aligning with? I don't really know. I'm going to try and lay back and see if anybody actually approaches me to talk and try and work together. The one person I believe I can guarantee that I will be working with is Christian. We had been, when we both found out we were applied, we both actually started talking before the game started. So the two of us, we seem pretty close. Christian has also brought it to my attention that he would like to work with Jake as well because he says that Jake and myself are the two realest of the contestants aside from himself in the game. So I'd also love to work with Jake. I mean, we're both from Baltimore, so that's something we have in common. That'll give us something to get the conversation started. Hopefully he's willing to work with us. Only time will tell if that'll happen. The others, I'm not really too sure yet. None of the others have really talked to me outside of Nick, and that was just like 2 or 3 messages back on Skype. I've had a small conversation with Jake, but we haven't really set anything in stone yet. Christian said he wanted to make the first move with that and see if he wanted to form like a trio alliance. When Christian does that, I will back him up fully. As I said before, I'm loyal to my allies, so if he does this and it blows up in his face, I'll be right there beside him. I'm not going to abandon him this early in the game. The other contestants, I don't really see myself aligning with Giraffes or Hunter because they seem to be, based on the past games I've seen of them play in Survivor and other types of groups, they do seem to like drama. I guess Nick would fall into that category a little bit too, but and I know Nick's a good player at these games, so he's probably going to be like the number one strategist who's going to try and get a solid alliance of like 4 or 5 people together early on and then stick with them and then cut off people when he doesn't need them anymore. Because I've seen he's already played in your group before, Carly, and I think he won one of them. So Trey, I know, can be drama happy, but he's a good kid. Hopefully he doesn't let his emotions get the better of him and he can solidly think of strategy. If he can do that, I'd be more than happy to work with him. Michael seems like a wild card to me. He seems like a really nice guy. He doesn't really look like he's playing the game too hard, but then again, first impressions can be deceiving. Casey, I don't know where he falls yet. I haven't even had one word of conversation with him, or Jordan for that matter. They both seem like nice people, but they haven't spoken one word to me, so I have no idea where their heads are at or what they're going to do. So only time's going to tell if I'm going to expand outside of Christian and Jake for the time being. What's the last question here? Are you going to try and win the first HOAs? Okay. Am I going to try to win the first HOAs? Absolutely. It would look a little suspicious if I purposely just didn't send anything in, especially if it's the first competition of the season. You want the people to think that you're actually trying to play the game here and not just sitting back and doing nothing. That actually I think that would make you stick out more than actually not trying at than actually dominating the competition. Advantages of winning this competition: you're in power early on. You get to make the decisions of who goes up, and you can control who you want to work with and who you want to get rid of right away. And decide what's best for my game. Disadvantages to winning this competition are that it puts a huge target on your back because now you've won a competition. People are going to be wary of you moving forward in the competitions, and they might try and eliminate you next for all you know, especially if no one talks to you when you're in power. Then you're really screwed. The other disadvantage is that it makes enemies. For the people you nominate, they are probably not going to be okay with it. They are going to take it personally and wonder what they did to offend you in some way. And then they could come back at you twofold with their own set of people, and then you're up shit's creek without a paddle. Don't really have anything else to say at this point. I look forward to seeing how the first HOA's competition comes out, and if I win, yay. If not, it's all good. Uh, I'll see you guys next time.